What's happening, YouTube? My name is Ryan, and today on Tricro Studios, we're going to be taking a look at the TwinFinity 710 by Universal Audio with an electric guitar, or a few, and some amps. Okay, so before we actually get into this here, I want to let you know a little bit about my signal chain. Pretty much, you'll know what guitar I'm using. Everything's listed down below, but the mic that I have on my cabinet in the other room is a Neumann TLM 107. When you hear my voice, that will be from a Mic Tech C7. Now I'm going to be trying to do a little bit of the tone blending on the 710 because it is a transistor and a tube-based preamp. And I think I'm just going to use the Supersonic 22 here and probably switch out some guitars. And I'll just go over kind of what I'm doing, and you can hear how this preamp sounds if you're interested in buying it. On a side note too, I'm really doing this video for Kevin. I've had my two 710s for quite a while, but with the ample choice of preamps that I have at this point, I decided that he actually needs these more than I do, so I'll be actually shipping those out to him very shortly. So this video is really for him so he can hear what the preamps sound like. Alright, so right now on the TwinFinity, I've actually got the blend knob on right in the middle. So the infinity knob is straight up in the middle. So I'm kind of using both transistor and tube based. So let's hear what that sounds like with some gain from the Supersonic on a Les Paul traditional. Okay, so at the same point, my level is set around like 5.5, and my gain is also set around 5.5. So when you can actually crank things and get a little bit more breakup. So you can crank the gain and bring the level down, and that'll kind of help you, especially on the tube side. But what I want to do now, let's actually move that blend knob over to the transistor. Hear what that sounds like. Now let's move it right over to the tube section and hear what that sounds like. So let's kind of do that a little quickly. I'll do some cuts in there, and you'll be able to tell more quickly without kind of shooting back and forth. So I'll start with transistor, middle, and then tube. Let's hear what that sounds like. Transistor. Middle. Tube. Even though we're already using a tube amp here for our guitar amp, let's actually bring it over to the tube side, and we'll bring the gain up and bring the level down and just see if we can get a little bit of breakup. Alright, so our gain is at 7 and our level is at 3. It's going to be very obvious that you're going to hear some breakup, but let's go ahead and hear what it sounds like. So that can help kind of sometimes when you're doing some guitar solos. It'll really help if you're DIing bass and that kind of stuff. I find it actually works really well on acoustic, and as well like a nice little clean sound, just to bring out a little bit of breakup. So let's actually change guitars, change settings, and see what we can do. Now we have a Fender American Standard Strat on the clean channel, which is the vintage channel. On the supersonic here, I brought the reverb up a little, and I had to actually turn my my smart gate off because it really cuts the signal for some reason with this Strat on a clean channel. So let's go ahead and hear what it sounds like. Again, I'm right up in the middle on the blend knob. Let's move over to the transistor side. And again, my gain is at 6. My level is at 6. Now let's move over to the tube side. Let's go ahead and I'll do that a little quicker. Transistor. Middle. Tube. So once again, let's try and get a little bit of breakup going on here. I always find it does take a little bit of time, but you can kind of get a nice little breakup going on a clean channel. So let's see if we can do that now. All right, so my gain is at 7 and my level is at 3. So we're going to hear a nice little bit of a breakup on this clean sound. So it actually sounds nice when you're picking notes. Because it's a little obvious, but it's kind of slightly obvious. But when you start like strumming or doing any heavy picking, a little more obvious, not exactly the most pleasing to the ear. I am on the neck pickup. Let's go to the bridge and hear what that sounds like. So again, with a Strat, there's so many options with your neck or your pickup combinations. So you can kind of go through. messing around, you can kind of get nicer sounds. There's a bit of breakup on the clean channel. Let's again switch guitars and see what else we can do. Well, I figured since I'm doing this video for Kevin, I would use his favorite Paul Reed Smith that I own. I was having a bit of a time figuring out whether I was going to use the Custom 22, which is this, or the Custom 24. But I've added a little more gain to the signal. I'm now on the transistor side of the TwinFinity. My gain is at about 4.5, and my level is at 7. Actually, I'm going to increase that. At about 7.5 now. So let's hear what we can get. Let's see if we can get a little bit of extra breakup by adding more gain, bring down the level. So again, we're on the transistor side. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go transistor, then onto the tube side so you can hear. Tube side. I'm going to do that again, but what you want to be listening for in obviously some good headphones or preferably professional studio monitors is the difference in the breakup sound that you hear. So when you hear everything that's breaking up on the transistor side versus the tube side I've always found is a little sweeter, so you get a little more high end. So let's do that really quick. Tube side. Okay, so I'm going to just switch back and forth. So transistor first, then tube. That was back on the transistor side there. So you can hear a little bit of a difference in the breakup. All right, so there you have it. That is the Universal Audio TwinFinity 710. A little bit of tone blending going on there. Just showing you what you can do with the transistor versus the tube side. I wanted to keep things really basic. Again, signal chain is down in the description. And yeah, this was kind of like a one-take thing. I'm just going to edit down. And again, it really is more for Kevin because he's going to be getting these preamps shortly. So he kind of sees what he's getting and sees what he can kind of do. And always the really important thing when you're purchasing this, or if you're looking to purchase this preamp, or the 4710D, that's going to be the transistor versus tube side and the fact that you can actually blend them. So when I'm doing this, again, this is very basic. So I'm just going transistor, middle, and then I'm going tube. So there's a lot of more options, and especially when you're doing vocals, which I'm not going to do because I can't sing anymore. When you're doing vocals, using the tube side and getting some breakup really, really helps things. Whereas I find with the transistor side, the acoustic, when you're getting some breakup on the acoustic, I think it sounds a little more natural, a little older, more vintage. You can always warm things up with the tube side too, and a little tiny bit of breakup. But anyway, that is it. I gotta clear my throat. So really hope you enjoyed this video. Kevin, I hope you're really excited to get these preamps in the mail. And yeah, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down. We like to know either way. Leave a comment down below. Let us know which side you thought was better, transistor or tube, I guess. Which guitar you like better. Tell me if you didn't like my guitar tone. I don't care. But just leave a comment there. And don't forget to subscribe to Tricrow Studios. Got a new video coming at you every single Saturday morning. And we like to make bonus videos here and there to get you through the week. I've been Ryan from Tricrow Studios. I salute you. I salute thee. Poop.